Time to BS with Staniel Smooth. The Sports Cave and BS Sessions is presented by our friends over Righteous Fellow Beef Jerky. Are you looking for some smoky flavors of new jerky? Well, come on down and get some Righteous Fellow Beef Jerky, the official jerky of Belly Up Sports and Belly Up Media. Use the promo code BELLYUP and get 15% off your next order at righteousfelon.com and satisfy your taste buds today.
It's time to BS.
So, in this particular instance, we're not going to make fun of the Jets. Disappointment. But
pain.
Indeed such pain. Because when the Jets fired Robert Saleh, we could make fun of them. Absolutely. You might as well call them the New York Rodgers. That was terrible. But anyway, I digress. Jack is here, I'm here, Staniel Smooth is here. Welcome, everyone. We're coming to you from the beaches of lovely Long Island, New York, and part of the Bell Sports and Bailey Media Networks. This is time to BS with Staniel Smooth, and Jack, there is absolutely nothing to talk about.
Sure. Absolutely nothing whatsoever. Nothing comes to mind that I can think of.
Absolutely nothing. Literally nothing. I'm just kidding. Where the fuck do I begin? First of all, as a New Yorker, the Jets are in my backyard. Well, not literally. Sure. Well, not literally, but you know,
close enough.
Close enough. Sure. Whatever.
You're closer than I am. We'll put it that way.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, let's break the news right out of the gate. The Jets fired General Manager Joe Douglas after a 30-win, 64-loss record, 3-9 start to the season for the Jets, and
something like that.
A majority of fans drank the Kool-Aid for the Jets, myself included.
Yeah,
we both did. We both drank the Rodgers Kool-Aid. We both drank the Jets Kool-Aid. And let's be honest here, Robert Saleh and Joe Douglas both find themselves at the job. And to be completely honest, the wrong two men are leaving one Jets drive.
Yeah.
This is not even up for debate. Woody Johnson and Christopher Johnson, since 2000, the New York Jets have been a perennial tire fire. Not even close. And to go through how many quarterbacks since 2011, Mark Sanchez, Geno Smith, Greg McElroy, Matt Sims, Ryan Fitzpatrick, Michael Vick of all things was here. Like, Sam Darnold and his ghost-seeing ass should be surprised he's not in Pumpkin Hill at this point. That was another bad joke. But anyway, I'll be here all week, folks.
Oh my goodness.
We'll get.
You don't know anything until you've seen that song performed live.
I've never seen it live.
I have.
How fantastic is it?
It was ridiculous. I don't know how it happened, but they just. I was at the Sonic concert that they did here a few months ago, and they just randomly played Pumpkin Hill. So
you were just like, Dan.
I texted you too. I was like, oh my god, they're playing Pumpkin Hill.
That's fantastic. But Jack, I want to hear from you because when the Jets fired Joe Douglas, I could not help but think of a very select few amount of Jet fans that I know. Ryan, who was on the podcast, Ryan McCarthy of No Credentials Required, was the first person I thought of because he's been a Jets fan since he was 4 years old. And the fact that they're going through this again is unfucking believable. So, what do you think? Because I'm pissed.
I don't know what to. It's one of those things where it's like, will selling the team even help out with what's going on? I think it just depends on how that goes. But at the same time, it's like, it's been such a disaster for such a long time, like such an unmitigated disaster that at some point, something like that has to happen. And, you know, I think the proof is in what we're seeing with the Commanders this year. Dan Snyder has had that team in the shit for God knows how long.
Yeah.
They fire him. They force him out, however that went down. He sells the team to Josh Harris. And all of a sudden, they're second in the division, and they're basically a playoff contender. Jaden Daniels is one of the most electric rookies in the game. And it's like, you can have something like that. Maybe you don't need to necessarily. I think there are some debates. Do you not get rid of Aaron Rodgers? I don't think you need to get rid of Aaron Rodgers yet.
See, here's where I disagree. Here's where I disagree with you, because Rodgers.
I'm not saying yes or no.
Rodgers got Saleh. Rodgers had an assist in getting Saleh fired. He had an assist in a lot of the moves that were made prior to him being traded here. He did. He flat out did. Alan Lazard, Randall Cobb.
He's why Nathaniel Hackett was there.
He's why Nathaniel Hackett's there. Exactly. But at the same point, he did not make the overall transactions and roster decisions. That belongs to Joe Douglas. And if the athletic report that is out there is real, that Woody Johnson basically had a say in everything, down from top to bottom, from management to coaching to roster decisions, I'm sorry, but that's ridiculous. Again, the wrong two people are leaving the Jets.
Yeah, I think that there is a fine line as an owner in sports that can be crossed here and there between, like, should I stay too involved or should I back off a little bit?
Yeah.
And, you know, I think there are some, to go with another New York team, for example, there are some more, like, I guess, slightly more acceptable things. Like, the owner of the Rangers, James Dolan, he said that he wanted his team to not trade out of the first round because, granted, it was kind of a weird reason, but I guess it makes sense. Like, he owns the Sphere.
Yeah.
The draft was at the Sphere in Vegas, so he was like, I want my team to be showcased on there, so I don't want us to trade out of the first round. But
yeah, you're right in that sense, because there are
something like that doesn't really mess with the team too much as a whole. It just means you can't trade a first round pick. But at the end of the day, maybe that's not. Maybe you should hold on to a first round pick. Like, I don't know. Like, obviously, Dolan has been accused of a lot worse, has done a lot worse. So I'm not calling him innocent per se. I'm just using that as an example. It's like something like that is an example of ownership getting involved to the point where it doesn't screw up your team completely. But if Woody Johnson, in the Jets case, is involved head to toe at every single little last thing.
Yes. I'm willing to bet that report's real. Because
I wouldn't be surprised.
If what our friends at U Stadium are reporting from The Athletic is true, then this situation goes from bad to, like, undescribably worse. Undescribably. And you cannot blame anyone else here but Woody and Christopher Johnson. You flat out cannot.
No, you can't.
You can't. You can't. And as much as we like to point the finger at Aaron Rodgers, we would love to point the finger at Aaron Rodgers. Well, I don't know about you, but
to an extent,
I'm sure he gets. If Woody and Christopher Johnson isn't the subject of the finger pointing, then Rodgers probably gets like 80% of the blame. The other 20% is coaching, because when Saleh was not the problem. Robert Saleh, that defense was elite, really good.
Yeah.
And when Saleh got canned, all of a sudden the defense takes a nosedive. Like a terrible nosedive. Granted, the offense got a little better, but Saleh wasn't the problem. Joe Douglas, say what you want about his draft record, his free agent decisions, he really was not the problem.
Yeah, I mean, I think Joe Douglas has had a pretty like up and down tenure with the Jets, to be honest, because it's been like he's hit on a lot of his picks, but then there's also been a lot where he's missed. But he stays aggressive at times too, and I think that maybe at some point the Jets just kind of figured that was a little bit more than enough.
Perfect example.
Of him being too aggressive.
A perfect example is the Jamal Adams deal. I do not think that trade gets done under Mike McCagnon. Joe Douglas was willing to part with their best defensive player at the time in Jamal Adams and got a haul from the Seahawks. Right?
Yeah, I was thinking of was it James Robinson, whoever that running back was the other year? Where,
for the Jaguars.
When Breece Hall got hurt and he made that trade.
Yeah.
Mid-season.
Yeah.
That's kind of why I wasn't like totally blaming Douglas for any of their issues, because it's like, you know, that when you're willing to make moves like that, or when you're willing to do what he did earlier this year and trade for Devontae when their receiving core needed help, it's like, you know, he was never willing to like lie down and basically say, this is what we have, we're just going to ride out the year and see where things go.
Correct.
Like, he was willing to make moves.
When Jermaine Johnson went down, the Hassan Reddick deal was finished in, 2 weeks?
Something like that.
Something like that. And we could focus on the good, but also, we mentioned it earlier in the segment here, Joe Douglas had a 30-64 record.
Yeah, that isn't good.
As the general manager of the Jets.
He did inherit a pretty crummy team to begin with, but
regardless.
Yeah.
Regardless.
It's not good.
When you signed and drafted the talent that he brought in, the record should go up. At least the record be almost flipped. Almost.
Yeah.
It's such a shit situation because, again, I don't know, some Jet fans are clamoring for Steve Cohen to buy the Jets, and I don't know if he's that stupid or if he's willing to get involved with the juggernaut that is the NFL. But it wouldn't be the worst idea in the world. But then again, what do I know? What do we know?
What do we know?
I don't know.
It could work. It could not.
It could
you never
work.
really know unless it happens. So
yeah, true. Good point. Let's transition to our teams. Rams got a nice win despite the Patriots' attempted comeback.
Despite Sean Smith being the worst ref in human history, yeah, that was terrible.
Oh boy,
it's like I hate blaming the refs because it feels to me like ref blame is like a cop out type deal. Like I feel like teams need, and like players, like I like to be that guy who holds my team accountable as a fan. Granted, what I say doesn't really have any impact on anything. I'm just saying that like there is, you know, I'm not going to be that guy who just says, oh, it was the ref's fault and just leave it at that and be like, oh, my team is perfectly fine. The refs are the ones that screwed it. Like that's not what I'm not going to be the kind of guy who does that. I want to like hold the team accountable. At the same time, there are moments like what we had happen last week where Ahkello Witherspoon is perfectly defending a guy one-on-one, gets shoved down by the receiver, and gets called for defensive pass interference.
Yeah, that was bad. That was bad.
I mean, yeah, there was that. There was the Jared Verse penalty, too. Like, I don't even know, like, that he threw that flag because he felt like throwing the flag, to be honest.
Ref ball's been weird this season. Ref ball has been really weird this season.
Too many games are being decided by it, and unless Rams game wasn't even decided by ref ball, they won in spite of the terrible officiating.
And the Patriots come back.
Well, thank goodness. Drake May is a good quarterback. Drake May. I need to give him credit.
Yeah, I think we can directly say, I mean, Gerard Mayo is a bit of a question mark, but he has proven that, okay, despite what the record says it is, he can coach.
He knows how to motivate his team, I'll say that much.
Give him credit. Give him a lot of fucking
soft.
credit.
He called them soft, and then they just showed up.
And then Drake May could sling it.
Drake May is really good.
He's got yeet missiles.
Yeet missiles.
That's such a great fucking name for a downfield pass. Just a yeet missile.
Yeet missile.
Fantastic. Before we get to the Seahawks, we should mention that Sonic 3 has new posters coming out.
They look very good.
Oh, they look fantastic. They look fantastic.
I can't wait.
It must be noted to play this sound.
Woo! Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about. Woo!
I got a copyright strike for one of the sounds, by the way.
Which one?
Daniel Bryan, the yes chant.
Oh, it's probably because you had video playing over it as well.
It was video over it.
That's yeah, that would be exactly why.
God damn it. Well, fucking hell.
They don't sleep on that stuff. Triple H is coming for you. He's coming for this show.
Oh man. It's funny. Bullshit. Jesus Christmas. So I'm pumped. I'm pumped for the Sonic movie. I'm so excited.
It's gonna be really good.
It should be really good. It should be really good.
I will say, don't go into it expecting like Sonic Adventure 2, the movie.
No.
Like you should expect they're going to continue telling the story of the world that they built up in the last two movies. This one should go a lot heavier with like the game material, the source material, stuff like that.
Should we get a hybrid of Shadow the Hedgehog and Sonic Adventure 2? Because that was a good game.
Maybe.
Shadow the Hedgehog was a good game. I'll fight to the death on this.
I played a lot of the multiplayer.
I'll fight to the death on this.
I'm not arguing. I'm not saying it was a bad game.
No, it was good. We also have one more movie to discuss after we get to the Seahawks.
This is our show. This is what we do. We talk about a football game and then a movie and then a football game and then another movie.
And in games sometimes, and in video games every now and then.
Yeah.
Because fuck it,
Movies
why not?
About video games.
Hey! It's fantastic. Fantastic. Oh, boy. I didn't hear anything.
I didn't say anything.
Oh, David, I thought you played a sound. Is your soundboard not working?
No, it's on. I just haven't played any sounds. I haven't chosen to play a sound yet.
All right. Seahawks get a massive win in Santa Clara over the weekend. Jack, are we about to discuss the same thing? Are we about to discuss the same thing?
I think we are very much about to discuss the same thing.
All right. You go first. Because this is great. I want to hear what you're going to talk about first, because I'm pumped about this.
I'm going to talk about the San Francisco 49ers.
The San Francisco 40 frauds?
Yeah, basically.
A lot of fraud teams this year.
Yeah, I did not think that they were going to win the Super Bowl this year. I thought they were going to be one and done. I thought that they were... At this rate, they might not even make the playoffs. They're last in the division right now.
Comedy.
They just are not the same team. Like, it's the craziest thing ever. One guy goes down and suddenly they're not the same team anymore.
It's weird. It happened last year when
Debo missed a couple games.
Debo missed a few games, yeah. And
they weren't the same team without him.
Yeah, and Brandon Ayuk has been out.
Ayuk's been out. Christian McCaffrey's been out.
Christian McCaffrey's been up and down, but Trent Williams was out for a couple games. Or for a little bit.
Yeah,
now Nick
was.
Bosa. How long is Bosa out for?
I don't even know.
What did
Kittle's
he get
coming
hit?
back.
What did
he was missing a couple
with?
games, but he played though. I thought actually, right?
No, Kittle's out. What did Bosa play with? A hip injury, right?
So Bosa played. Kittle was out, but he's going to be back in tonight or this week.
Okay. Can we have an honest-to-God discussion on Kyle Shanahan?
Because it's bad.
What?
It's like they can't hold on to anything under Kyle Shanahan.
It's not just that. It's the fact that Kyle Shanahan has too much power. Kyle Shanahan is...
Really quick.
Yeah, go for it.
Williams and Bosa are both game time decisions.
Okay. So...
Kittle's good.
Bosa might be the harder one to replace because that defensive line is just Leonard Floyd and that's it. Without him,
I mean, yeah.
I mean, Gross Matos is pretty good, but like that's it. So, Kyle Shanahan, for the most part, is a very good offensive coordinator.
Sure.
He might be the best offensive mind in the entire league. Let's be clear here. I see the look. Rams bias completely aside.
Sure.
Thank you. Good man.
Fine. Whatever.
Okay. Rams fandom completely out of there because I know you want to just slap me in the face with, no, Sean McVay is better, you stupid fuck.
Sean McVay's won a ring.
This is true.
That's the first bit of evidence that I have to support that claim.
Fine. Shut up.
Or, here's another idea that's going to be very controversial. You could shut the fuck up.
You could shut the fuck up in this one. Let us roast Kyle Shanahan, please.
No.
Proud of you. I'm proud of you.
That's one of my favorite ones.
I've taught you well. I've taught you so well. But it's ridiculous because Shanahan has all this talent and he hasn't won shit. And he's praised as this great coach. And, like, what is he typing?
Different. I'm typing in a different on Discord right now. Sorry.
Oh, okay. That's just it. What are you researching?
Not researching anything.
Oh, okay. But Kyle Shanahan has been the head coach of the Niners for what, 8 years now? 2017?
He's a regular season warrior. That's basically what it is.
He is.
Like, and he can win playoff games every now and then, fine. But he doesn't win in the big moments.
Nope.
Like, that team is known for blowing it. Shanahan himself is known for blowing it. He was the offensive coordinator responsible for 28-3.
He blows it more than a $2 hoe in Vegas. It's a lot of blowing. Seahawks played really well, though.
They did.
Oh, they played
Smith, great. Oh my god! I can't believe he had that run.
Gino has balls.
That touchdown.
Gino had balls.
Every now and then. Every now and then, this dude has some kind of clutch. I don't know what it is.
It's, you know why? He has to deal with the torture of the Jets.
True.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ryan.
He's letting out all that rage now.
Oh, boy. He's letting all that rage out. He's got more fight than Jake Paul does.
Oh, my God. You mean Mike Tyson does?
No, I would not get into a fight with Mike Tyson even at 80 years old.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Let's be real here.
That's kind of what I'm saying. I don't know. They didn't really try in that fight. That was scripted. But
Kyle, it was rigged, and people don't know that. People don't realize that. How long until Shanahan gets fired? Could we see him get canned this season?
This season, no.
You don't think after the season?
I think give him until the end of his contract, which is only going a couple more years, I think. I don't know actually what his contract is. But I think you are going to have to look into some changes at some point after this year because, let's be honest, not everybody's coming back.
No.
They've got cap issues. They keep throwing money at people who aren't contributing. Like
Diamador Lenore just got paid.
Yeah. Who's he? Seriously, what has he done for them all year?
He is an above-average corner. That's what he is. Charvarius Ward is an average corner. Their safeties are pretty much average. Okay? Mm-hmm. Aside from Fred Warner, their linebackers are average. Dre Greenlaw, we'll see. But
Dre Greenlaw's dirty.
He is dirty. But Devondre Campbell is, at this point in his career, average. Right. Ish. Sure. The defensive line, aside from Nick Bosa and Leonard Floyd, is average. They are. They have a few great players. The aforementioned Bosa and Warner. And then that's it. And then on offense, They might trade Debo. Debo might be gone after the season.
Swirling around? I haven't heard that swirling around yet.
But have you seen his contract's going to be massive? Do you expect them to pay Debo Samuel after they just paid Brandon Ayuk and Christian McCaffrey again?
And they still have to pay Brock Purdy.
Oh, good Lord, I can't wait. I can't wait.
He's not going to take a bridge deal either.
No way. No way. No way.
Like, I don't see how they get all this stuff done without having to let go of somebody.
Kittle.
Either Kittle or Debo.
They might have to let go both of them. They might have to let both of them go.
That would be the funny outcome.
That'd be hilarious. But we're not saying this as like to hate on the Niners, but I mean Jack might be, but like, you know, I'm genuinely concerned for their future because, you know, Kyle Shanahan has proven to be a terrible game manager. But what do we know? Not much.
Yeah, I mean, I'll put it this way. I'll phrase it this way. If you were like a neutral football fan, you didn't really have like a hatred for that team, then it's safe to say, yeah, you would be concerned. Yeah. But as rivals of this team, like we're rival fan bases of the 49ers, so we're just sitting here laughing.
And that fan base deserves it. Let's be honest here. The
players deserve it too. The players are mostly pieces of shit.
They're so
they just are. They don't show any respect. It's ridiculous. You remember the Philly game, the NFC title game from a few years ago?
When they cried foul?
The whole offseason, they just cried and cried and cried and cried and cried.
I'm sorry, but Brock Purdy was out for the majority of that game, and Josh Johnson was your quarterback. Fuck off.
And
fuck off.
If the Eagles were still winning the game, even if Purdy was healthy, let's be honest.
The Eagles were destroying them regardless. But anyway. Did you see a certain live-action film trailer that just came out not that long ago? Okay. Interesting segue, but let me put this into context.
This is the How to Train Your Dragon.
Have you seen How to Train Your Dragon, the trilogy? Have you seen the trilogy of How to Train Your Dragon?
I've seen the first movie.
Okay, so you know it's a very good film.
I do.
Okay. The How to Train Your Dragon trilogy and the shows that produced by DreamWorks arguably are some of the greatest animated sets or greatest animated creations in film history. Arguably. From a film, How to Train Your Dragon should not have been that good, but it was. It was fantastic.
It was incredible.
I will die on this fucking hill. This is one of the many hills I will die on in movies. Then explain this to me. Why is it getting a live-action remake?
Because money.
It's not just money, Jack. It's pandering. Did you see what Astrid looks like?
I didn't.
Google it. The live-action Google. This is going to be great. I personally cannot fucking wait. Listen, I am all for cultural appropriation. You do what the fuck you want. But at the same point, correct me if I'm wrong, there were no, like, pandering. Perfect example, the live-action remake of Little Mermaid. Why? Fucking why? Did you have it?
Yeah. It's pandering.
It's pandering. It's fucking pandering. I'm sorry, but it's fucking pandering. Let's just go out and say Astrid's black.
Yeah.
In this. We're not even fucking sugarcoating it. Astrid, who was played by America Ferrera, good actress, fantastic voice actress, and Astrid is a blonde white Viking. I'm sorry, but Panderverse. South Park did a whole fucking episode about this. The Panderverse. They did this several times. I'm sorry, but I'm all for the live action CGI of Toothless looks fantastic. Let's not get away from that.
Toothless looks awesome.
Toothless looks awesome.
I'm honestly surprised. Like, it looked like almost exactly the same as it did in the animated one. Like, he looks really good.
He looks really fucking good, and they did the eyes great too.
They did that. The eyes are like the best part of him.
Oh my god,
they did perfectly.
If you're a film nerd or if you're a CG, if you're like an animation nerd, this is gonna be fantastic. It's just. Why? Why did this need to be remade?
It didn't.
Why did you need to make something?
But mostly money.
Oh my god!
It just is like that. Like previously established material and like sequels are why these movies are like 90% of what these companies and these big production studios are focusing on.
The entire Star Wars sequel trilogy.
Oh my god, we're getting another one, by the way.
No!
Uh-oh, retard alert!
Do we have the Darth Vader no?
Hold on, I can find it.
I'm trying to find it right now.
Hold on, give me a second. I don't know if you can hear it, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. Give me a second. I knew it'd come in handy.
There it is.
I knew it'd come in handy.
Every sound effect has its place at some point, sooner or later.
I'm proud of myself for that. I get the Sonic ring for that.
Oh, that's ironic. You have the Sonic ring, I have the Mario coin.
Damn it. Should be backwards. Damn it.
I need the ring.
I love this show. I love doing this. Oh, Jesus. Oh. What's next? Kung Fu Panda gets a live-action remake?
Oh, God, no. Stop. I don't even want to picture that.
We already got a Kung Fu Panda. We already got a Minecraft live-action. That's going to stink.
Let me say this.
Go on.
They are making Kung Fu Panda 5 and 6.
Huh?
So, yeah. They said when like a while back that they had the intention of making it at least 6 movies. So,
okay.
They're not going to pivot to anything live action just yet.
Oh.
I don't think they should either. That would be the wrong movie to make live action, but...
Can we talk about the WWE Women's Division? Well, actually, let's pivot to Survivor Series because good man, getting it down. Good man.
Let's do it.
Oh Jesus. Oh boy. Oh man. So, Survivor Series is next week. The Women's War Games match is pretty much set in stone. The men's match is yet to be determined. Well, we know a fifth member of the new bloodline. It's Bronson Reed. Is he Samoan descent or is he New Zealand?
He's Australian, I thought.
No, he's from I think he's from New Zealand.
Well, ring-wise,
Hold on. Google. Give me a second. Bronson Reed, Samoan.
Yeah, Australian.
He has
He is of Samoan descent.
He is a Samoan descent. Oh my god, please. Please.
So he could legitimately be in the bloodline.
He could legitimately he's not culture. I don't know if he hold on. We're gonna do some is Bronson Reed is bronchitis. No.
Nice.
Of the Hawaii family.
He's not.
No, Bronson Reed is not part of the MLA family. Bronson Reed, whose real name, blah, 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 blah. He's not.
He was born in Australia. It says, like, he was born in Australia.
He's not part of the blood of the Hawaii dynasty, but he could. If he,
well, neither is Sami Zayn, but here he is, so.
You know that stupid meme of, like, the dragon heads? That's, like, serious dragon heads, and the one's just a dumbass?
Yeah.
Uh-oh, retard alert!
That's the head. I hope to God we don't get in trouble for this.
I feel like we are. Or you are. I'm not responsible for that sound.
I might. You're not responsible for this sound. First of all, we're not live, so who cares? Fuck Logic.
Can always edit it out.
No, it's too much work. It's way too much work. Oh, God. Anyway. We know it's Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
Right? It's Seth Rollins.
At this point, I don't really know who else it could be unless, like, Cody Rhodes comes out of nowhere on SmackDown.
I'm sorry, but no.
No. He's going to fight Kevin Owens. That's where his mind is right now.
It might be Kevin Owens. It's going to be Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes for the Undisputed title. How much longer do you got? Because I know you had an hour, but...
I think I have a little bit longer. Splash just hit me up and said, what do you say? 4:30 Pacific time. So I got a little bit more time.
What the fuck is that? 7:30? On my end?
Yeah.
45 minutes.
7:30 on your end.
45 minutes.
So I got a little bit more time.
Fucking perfect. Okay, fantastic.
We spread more BS across the lands.
Thank you, Splash.
Shout out.
We gotta get him on. We gotta get him on one of these days. Have some fun.
Yeah,
with
it's
him.
been too long.
It's been too long since the three of us bullshit around. It'd be fun. He also would get too serious about it. Like, oh, the Lakers.
Sometimes I do. Sometimes he does.
Hold on, you also have fun with it though.
I do, yeah.
You got used to this.
I've just been on too many times to understand there's a time for seriousness, but most of the time it's just bullshit.
Yeah. Splash, one of our friend of the show, Splash, who we know who is Ryan. Splash is old friend of the show. A very popular clip. Dates back to like, I don't know, 100 episodes ago or some shit. Like almost probably 200 episodes ago or some shit, where the Phoenix Suns were starting to get to the peak of their powers at that time. And the Lakers, not so much. And John, who has got to get back on one of these days, John basically would clamor and say, yeah, the Suns are just going to destroy the Lakers. And then
he said Suns in 6.
Ryan goes on a fucking tangent.
We all lost our minds on that episode, too.
Being the LeBron fan that Splash is, deservedly so because he's a Cavs fan, said, no, the Lakers are going to beat the Suns. The Suns would beat, I don't know, the San Antonio Spurs in 6, but they're not beating the Lakers in 6. Proceeds to beat the Lakers in 5.
No, it wasn't 6.
It wasn't 6?
It wasn't 6. Yeah.
Holy shit.
I was there for that. I experienced the whole thing.
How was your reaction on the sports desk that day after the series?
I wanted to strangle somebody.
It was fantastic. And then John...
I don't even know if I reacted that way on the show, but I know we definitely probably brought it up at some point.
Oh my god, I still have that clip saved on my phone.
We had legitimate reason to believe that was not going to happen, and then it actually happened. And like the arguments for it were BS too, but it still just worked out exactly like that.
I remember texting in the show, and then Splash goes, I just got a text. He's like, from who? From Dan. Suns in 6. Hold on, I gotta find it. Give me a second. Oh, this is gonna be great. I'm gonna find it. Where is it? Where is it?
I don't know what he's doing.
I'm gonna find the clip of where is it? No, it's from the Sports Desk, the first edition of the Sports Desk. Oh Jesus, where the hell is it? That's Metallica. I don't know why that's there for some reason.
I really don't know how you're going to find this clip. I don't even remember what episode it was.
I have my ways.
Maybe you find
Jack.
the date. That would be it, though.
I have my ways. Do not question my bullshit. What was the series? What year was the series?
You expect me to remember that?
Yes.
21?
You're the Lakers fan here, Jack. You should know this.
I'm going to talk about something related to the Lakers in a little bit.
Please do. This is going to be fucking
You already
fantastic.
know what.
Oh, good lord. Help me.
I'm waiting for this to go by, though.
Found it. I found it.
Who?
Dan. He's telling me Suns in 6. I'm going to tell him he's a moron. Hey, Dan. We'd love to have you on the show again. But when you say Suns in 6, that's a moronic take.
Both of us are going to come on the show.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and we're gonna have words.
Yes, we will have words. And let me actually pull up the hot take.
And then I have the original clip, too, of the origins of the bullshit. This is going to be fucking fantastic. I'm clipping this. I hope you know this.
I know. I know what you do with these things. Trust me.
Do that.
Oh, no. Next week is going to be fun, Jack.
I'll do it on the sports desk.
I can't wait for his little surprise.
I will do that on this week's. I will do that on this week's live stream of the sports desk. I will just constantly spam Phoenix Suns in 6.
Yeah, they can beat like San Antonio in 6 or Dallas in 6. That's fine. They're not beating the Lakers in 6.
This is completely.
All it takes is some good 3-point.
I have never seen Ryan this bad.
Oh my goodness!
I've never.
Oh, that was the Skype recording from Skype days.
Yeah, that was ancient audio. I'm trying to find the Lakers
Good lord.
playoffs record from that year because I'm pretty sure they. I don't know. It was Memphis. Okay. Because I thought they did beat the Suns at some point.
They did not beat the Suns in the play. I think they did one time, like 2 years ago. When Kevin Durant was
2
on the
years
team.
ago. So last year they ran into freaking Denver. The year before they also ran into Denver, but they played Memphis and Golden State.
Okay. So your memory, I can trust your Lakers memory in this case.
A little bit, yeah.
All right.
I was going to talk about Dalton Connect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unbelievable. Like,
Good.
the Lakers finally have a sharpshooter from 3 again. It
Thank
is
God.
a damn good feeling.
And imagine it should have been Klay Thompson, but we'll cross the bridge down the road.
Screw that, dude. Dalton Connect is him.
Isn't he a rookie?
Yeah, he's a rookie.
No shit!
First round pick.
Wow. Was one of those Kentucky guys?
Tennessee.
Close enough.
Very close,
SEC.
actually. Boarding
SEC.
states. He hit 9 threes in that game, which ties the NBA rookie record. I think it broke the Lakers franchise record for most threes in a game by a rookie.
The fuck?
37 points.
Wow.
Oh my god, dude.
Wow.
He was unconscious. Like every time he got the ball, he was just nailing it again and again and again.
Nailing it.
What you have done has made God very unhappy.
Oh no!
That's great. I forgot you have Sonic Adventure on there. Oh boy, how are the Kings doing? Before we transition back to wrestling, how are the Kings doing?
How are the Kings doing?
I don't know.
They're second in the division, I believe.
Oh, great.
They played tonight. They haven't played since last Saturday, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's good.
They play against Buffalo tonight. They're 10-6-3.
Oh, Jesus.
I feel like some of the wind did get taken out of their sails a little bit because they had some really, really good road wins against Nashville and Minnesota. And then they kind of got knocked back down to earth with some of their recent games. But then they beat Detroit pretty handily, but even though Detroit sucks. Or Detroit's more mid, I guess.
Yeah, Detroit's okay.
Yeah. But the Kings, I'd say if they beat Buffalo tonight, they'll get more momentum out of that than they play Seattle. So they're doing a pretty good job wiping the floor with non-playoff teams, but it's when they get to play like the actual like contenders is when they sort of start to struggle. So they've still got some work to do. They're not bad. They're trying out some new things on the power play because their power play sucks. I don't know. I still don't know why you hired the guy from the Ducks as your new power play coach, but they did try out a new combination recently of 5 forwards on the first power play line, and it actually looked pretty good. So goaltending is, I guess we'll see because Kemper got hurt again, but David Riddick has been fine. We call him Big Save Dave for a reason. So
Big Save Dave. Fucking love that name.
Yeah, I think the Kings can. They have what it takes to get in a good spot. Some people love to just doom on them with every loss imaginable, and it's like I don't think it's that dire just yet. Like, let's get to the All-Star break at least. Or I guess this year it's the Four Nations face-off, whatever they're doing. Just get to that
the
break.
Four Nations Cup.
Yeah. Get to the break mid-season, and then judge. Wait till January. Because January last year is where it fell apart. So,
did you see the Bruins fired their head coach?
I did, yeah. I had a feeling
that doesn't
that
make any sense. I'm sorry, but as a hockey fan, as a diehard hockey fan,
he'll get picked up in like a second.
How are Neely and Don Sweeney still there?
Boys club stuff.
That's true. Good point.
It's all boys club. It's all, we love to hire people who played for the franchise and have their numbers in the rafters. It's the same thing the Kings are suffering from. And they, because they were so great as a player, the ownership and management thinks that those guys are just immune, they have some kind of immunity. Like John Scott, John Scott, you know who John Scott is from the All-Star game.
His fucking All-Star season.
Yeah, he tweeted that teams have this problem.
Yeah.
And as a Kings fan, this has been all over my feed. Because it is basically true.
Yeah, it's true.
Rob Blake has not made many terrible moves, but the ones that he has made are the ones that have left this team in the situation they are. He did a good job getting us out of the rebuild, but then he traded for Pierre-Luc Dubois. We lost a bunch of key players that were a part of the team, like pillars of the team.
Yeah.
And now we're sitting here watching as the Jets are dominating the league with those players that we traded away. Well, I think I can now pretty confidently say that Dubois was not the guy for the Kings anymore. And I didn't want to be that guy and shut him down after year one, but he didn't look great, and I thought that the Kings didn't really do a good job doing him very many favors.
Yeah,
which is true. However, he has now gone to Washington, and they're not utilizing him properly. Maybe they are, I don't know, but he has one goal in 10, 11, 12 games. I think only 3 points. And I'm starting to think maybe he was just one of the most overhyped guys.
It'll be that way sometimes.
Yeah, it just is what it is. And now the Kings have to deal with the repercussions of that, which they didn't have to do. But Rob Blake really wanted his guy and had no plan for him. And great past players for the franchise don't always turn out to be great in terms of management. So I'm pretty bummed out, to say the least. But I'm not... Rob Blake is in the last year of his contract, and if the Kings still don't win a playoff series this year, they have no excuse to keep him around. That's just what it is. You can't go 10 years without winning a single playoff series. The 2014 Stanley Cup Final was the last playoff series the Kings won.
No, really?
That is bad.
Wow.
That's bad.
Wow.
2016 they missed, or 2015 they missed it. 2016, I think they got swept by San Jose. Or not swept, but they lost in 5. 2017, they missed it. 2018, they got swept by Vegas, which still gives me PTSD. 2019, 2020, 2021, they missed it. And then the last 3 years, they've been knocked out by Edmonton.
Did you see Tony Storm is potentially retiring from wrestling?
I did not.
I call bullshit. I'm trying to find breaking news, but I can't find it. Damn it.
We're going to go back to talking about Survivor Series?
Yeah. So, are you excited for this PLE? Because I'm not really.
I am.
You are?
We've known that War Games for a while is going to be Bloodline versus OG Bloodline.
Yeah.
And it's just the way that story has been building up and the way things have been progressing as of late, that is going to be one of those pillar events. It feels like one that's a must-see match. It really is.
Yeah, it's gonna sell tickets. Let's be honest.
I'm not too hyped for the women's War Game match.
I'm not either, but I have a theory. Tiff cash in.
Sure.
Let's be honest here. This is the only reason they're doing this.
Yeah, that's very plausible.
It's the only fucking way. And she's going to cash in either Liv or Nia. But it's probably going to be Nia. Right?
Yeah, I guess we'll see how that goes.
Can I ramble on the women's division? Because NXT's killing it with their women's signings. Killing it. They signed 3 of the biggest women's international stars on the market. Julia, Stephanie Vacour, the formerly known as Delta, now as Zarya, who, by the way, looks like, good God, she's awesome. And they might be bringing in Jordan Grace from TNA whenever she hits free agency in January.
I mean, the whole women's division, too, not even just in NXT. They're starting to cook, too, because they have the women's title, the U.S. women's title now.
Oh, good God. The Intercontinental title is coming soon. You know that, right?
It has to be, right?
Has to be. Has to be. And there's... But in terms of the champions, we can probably all agree that the Elite Four... in terms of the main roster, women are Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair, Bianca Belair, and to a certain degree Becky Lynch. Right? That's not bad. That's not fair. That's not unfair to say.
Maybe not. I don't think I know too much about it as a whole yet to make that kind of judgment. But.
Okay, but in terms of overall talent, in-ring ability, and microphone skills, the 4 I just mentioned are head and shoulders above everyone. Tiff has some work to do. Yeah. Tiffany Stratton has some work to do. Bayley's been there, done that. But those 4 are the best. That can't be disputed. And the rest is just blah. And then Jade Cargill's just somewhere in the middle.
Sure.
And that's just the main roster. NXT's killing it. But I think when Julia and Stephanie Vacour eventually get called up to the main roster, because it's fucking happening soon. And then you got the NXT Women's Champion Roxanne Perez, who's awesome. And then Cora Jade, who's her tag team partner, who idolizes CM Punk. Great. Fantastic. But it's disappointing because... yeah, granted, the talent is there, but it sort of just feels like meh. Just bleh. And the mid-card titles might help, but at the same point, like the booking... Here's the one knock. Here's one of 2 knocks I will have on Triple H's booking. The booking of the women's division and the tag team divisions. That's it.
Yeah.
That is it. Other than that, his booking's been really good. The U.S. title means something for the first time in God knows how long. The Intercontinental title actually is being booked like...
I will say, this past week's Raw, I was pissed at that booking.
Oh, I was pissed. I was pissed, too.
The title, like that was shaping up to be a 5-star between Sheamus and Braun Breaker.
So much meat.
And they have freaking Kaiser interrupted for some random backstage segment that he had.
Ludwig can put on a show, though. Let's be real here.
I mean, he can.
He can. He
I
very
just
well
think
can.
it's stupid that they interrupted a fight that was going on to be as good as it was.
It's going to lead to something, but
I hope it does, because I know Braun. There was like a recent before he won the Intercontinental title off of Sami Zayn. I know that there was like a storyline where he was pissed at Pierce because people kept interrupting his matches.
Braun Breaker, for those who do not know, that is Rick Steiner's son, the nephew of Hall of Famer Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner. He looks fucking awesome. I love Braun Breaker. That man just... his spear looks menacing.
The way he runs, too. That's crazy.
He was a fullback.
Yeah, makes sense.
He was a fullback, yeah.
I believe it.
He was a fullback. But, I don't know. I mean, I want to see how... I want to see when the old guard eventually does leave. Like Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair is fantastic. I'm not going to argue that, but she's the John Cena of the women's division. She's a 14-time women's champion. 14-time women's champion. The next closest one, I think, is Becky at 7 or 8. That's it. Like, it's ridiculous, but whatever. But I don't know. I mean, I'm pumped to see where the women's division goes. But and the rule of wrestling, trust the process. I know you hate it,
Indeed.
but trust it.
But it's true in wrestling.
It's
Like
fucking
that's
true.
what I try to. That's what I try to operate with in wrestling is trust the process. Just let them play the long game.
Literally. It's fucking crazy shit. Chris Middleton has been medically cleared for a period of time, but is still working to join the Bucks after double ankle surgeries. Shans reported it.
Yeah, I saw it.
Exciting. You want to get the game picks before we close up shop?
Sure.
All right, hold on. What do you? Who are the Rams playing this week?
The Eagles, and I will be in the building for Sunday Night Football.
That's right. It is your birthday on Friday. For those recording, it is Wednesday. Exciting.
It is Wednesday, my dudes.
It's hump day.
Hump day. Not that kind of hump day, relax.
Damn it. Disappointed. All right, let's go to the first of 5 game picks. You're on Time to BS with Staniel Smooth. Cardinals, the 6-4 Cardinals are going on the road to Lumen Field to face the 5-5 Seahawks. Cardinals are a 1-point favorite in Seattle.
Give me maximum chaos, Seahawks.
Proud of you.
I think they can win that game.
I think they win that game if they contain
off of what they did last week too.
If that defense shows up again, yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Panthers and Chiefs. Chiefs are 9. The Kansas City Frauds are in Carolina to face the 3-7 Panthers.
Are you really having me pick a Panthers Chiefs game? Is this serious?
I'm just kidding. Just wanted to say the Kansas City Frauds.
They did lose their first game last week.
Oh, good luck. Let's be honest
Josh,
here. Let's be honest here. The Chiefs were going to lose at some point this point of the season. They were going to lose.
They were not going to go undefeated.
No, they were not. They flat out were not.
Also, Josh Allen with the play of the year.
MVP?
I think so.
I think so. It's got to be.
now.
It's got to be. What the fuck is it? The Detroit Lions, who might as well be the best team in the entire NFL at this point, going to Indianapolis to take on the 5-6 Colts. Detroit is a 7-point favorite.
Yeah, Detroit.
Detroit by 60?
Should run away with that game.
Literally. Not a lot of good games this week. Let's go to your game. The Eagles going to LA to take on the Rams. Philadelphia is a 3-point favorite.
God, I need the Rams to win that game so bad.
Sunday
I
Night
really
Football,
do.
too.
Indeed, yeah. My first Sunday Night Football game.
Hey, exciting. Fucking A.
Jeez. Yeah, give me the Rams. We got to win this game.
I think this goes to overtime.
No, my heart cannot handle overtime.
I think Rams win in overtime.
I would enjoy that, but I do not need to see overtime in person. I could not handle it. I would die.
Heart attack.
It's bad enough when I'm watching it at home. You would know too because our team's played an overtime game recently. So
fuck that bullshit. Anyway,
hey, listen, take the points. That's all I gotta say.
get a text from Splash like, "Yeah, Jack's dead. He had a heart attack in the middle of the game." I'm proud of myself. Oh boy, this is the second week in a row I killed Jack.
Hang in there.
Niners and Packers. Niners go on the road to Green Bay to face the 7-3 Packers, who are a 2-point favorite.
I would love to see the Packers win that game, but historically, I think the Niners win that game, like based on historical trends. Granted, Rodgers is not there, but
give me chaos.
I would love the chaos.
I want chaos.
Trust me. I'm rooting for the Packers, but I think the Niners win that game. With Kittle coming back and with Kittle really motivated to beat the Packers again, it's like, yeah.
Good point.
Hard to pick against them.
Monday Night Football. The 7-4 Ravens go to Los Angeles. Should be San Diego, but I will cross that bridge down the road. They take on Jim Harbaugh and the upstart Chargers, who, by the way, they look really good. The Chargers look good.
Chargers are the worst 7-3 team I've ever seen. Better teams will capitalize on the opportunities they gave the Bengals and the opportunities they've given other teams in their games.
To be fucking fair, Green Bay is 7-3. Okay?
Green Bay is about on the same tier as the Bengals, in my opinion.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Baltimore, we were kind of right on Baltimore in the preseason season preview. I thought the Ravens would take a step back, but I want to pick Chargers so bad. I want to pick them so
Baltimore.
bad.
Baltimore's got it.
Fine. Be lame. Be lame and go with the 2-time MVP. Fine, be lame. Be fucking lame.
You're not wrong that the Chargers have looked good at moments, but like I said, they also find themselves in situations like that where they're almost blowing games, and better teams will take advantage of that.
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. You are not wrong. You know what we should do? You know what we should absolutely do on future recording sessions? We should do like a pregame show where it's just like us sitting in the green room bullshitting for like 10 minutes.
God, I don't think people need to see that.
No, it's not gonna be seen. It's gonna be heard.
Or hear it.
What? Come on. Fuck you.
Or just unhinged. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, hello, Donut. I didn't know you were back there.
Oh, hi, Donut.
Hello,
It's
Donut.
been a minute.
Yeah, we like Donut. Donut is love. Donut is life. Everyone loves Donut. Donut is friend. We've been doing this for an hour.
Yeah, we have.
We have, and you gotta get going in like 15 minutes.
I gotta start prepping for...
You got your other show to record. Fuck you! I'm just kidding.
What you have done has made God very unhappy.
That was good. That one was good.
Here's my representation of Splash reading stats.
Words. Yep. Uh-huh.
He's gonna hate you when he sees that clip.
He's not gonna see it. It's gonna be video. Pro Football Focus.
Yeah, that's Pro Football Focus more accurately.
That's more like Ref Ball. This is Ref Ball.
Words. Yep. Uh-huh.
For those who do not know what that clip is from, that's from Sesame Street, The Martians. We have fun here. We do.
That we do. I see too much Sesame Street. That's what happens when you live with a 1-year-old, so...
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, good lord. It's a dangerous game. It's a very dangerous game. I got Halo Infinite reason. Hold on, I got fucking... I cleaned out the gaming collection, by the way. I cleaned out one...
Cleaned out? Like you got rid of it, or...?
No, so, what happened was, and the audience and you know, I have a wedding to pay for, so...
Mm-hmm.
I have 3 drawers full of games. It is now 2 drawers full of games. I didn't trade any of them in, but I do have them in my closet in like storage containers and shit. And have you played Tomb Raider yet?
No.
Go play Tomb Raider. It's fantastic.
I don't know why Tomb Raider doesn't feel like it's my cup of tea.
Tomb Raider is... If you have played Uncharted and Just Cause, it's fantastic. If you've played Uncharted and Far Cry, it's great.
I enjoy watching Uncharted. I don't have a PlayStation, so I can't play.
Okay, have you played
those games?
Have you played the Far Cry games?
No.
Okay, damn it. What's a good example? What's a really good example? It's like a mix of Assassin's Creed?
I know about Tomb Raider.
Okay, good. I was about to.
I know what it is. I'm not like
Jesus.
that in the dark.
I was about to be fucking disappointed in your ass. But so I have the original Xbox, and I got Tomb Raider Legend for it. I was like, this is fucking really good. The glory days of gaming. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
I've been playing a lot of Black Ops 6 lately, so
I'm not a big Call of Duty person. I used to be. I'm more Halo.
That's fair. That's completely fine. I prefer Overwatch anyway. So.
We don't king shame in this department. We don't.
No, we don't.
I've been playing
games are love. Games are life.
I've been playing a lot of Spyro too. Spyro is entertaining. No?
I guess so, yeah.
All right, fine. That'll do it for this edition of BS. Oh, fucking transition and a half. Be sure to follow the show on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at Time to BS Podcast. Oh, Jesus Christmas. Follow me on Twitter at Staniel Smooth and on Instagram. Follow Jack wherever the fuck you find him. And go check out his show. Oh, God, with Splash. The Sports Desk, and thanks to our friends at U Stadium and Belly Up for supporting this podcast over the years. Oh boy, I'm coming to you from the beaches of lovely Long Island, New York, and I will see you in this life and most certainly the next one.